Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. It has been a really slow and boring weekend. We have been in this sideways range. We just need to wait for the breakout here. Breakout points to the upside, $28,300. That could take us to 30K. That's a very clear breakout point to me, because any sustained move above the 78.6 retracement will make this more direct bearish setup, this yellow wave count, less likely. There are at the moment bullish and bearish indications. Yeah? So the failure, for example, of the bears to follow through this week on bearish setups. I mean, they worked initially, but as I said before, their bears failed to follow through. That makes certainly the white wave count again more likely. And we just need to let the market decide. I mean, the market, as I say, is the boss, and the market will decide this. We have very clear breakout points to the upside. That is the 78.6 retracement level, should send us to 30K. The move to the downside, I would like to see a break below 27K to start to give the yellow wave count more, you would say more probabilities, more odds. At the moment, it's very balanced, and the price structure just reflects this. I mean, bear in mind, we're here on the shorter time frame. The situation on the daily time frame is much clearer. And if you cannot handle this choppy price action and this indecision that we currently see on this time frame, it might be worth for you to just zoom out a little bit. I've seen a few comments today where people get very impatient, and basically want clarity, want the market to just do something. And I understand that, but we cannot force the market to do anything. The market is the boss. The market will decide which direction we go. At the moment, we just don't have a very clear trend on the smaller time frames. We're moving up in what cannot be considered an impulse. So it's a very choppy price action. Surely we make higher highs, higher lows. I mean, I can draw a simple trend line here, but that's not the point of these videos, right? I mean, as long as we're holding the trend line, you can say we go higher, and that's very simple. But obviously, we want to understand the context of Elliott Wave. And here, very clearly, I mean, for me, the pivot point is critical. Below 28,300. I focus on lower in the yellow wave count, above that level, and we are sitting directly at this pivot point. Above that level, I will focus on a target of around about 30K. But be aware that even up there, the price can still come down in the yellow wave count. The B wave would just reset a little higher. So it remains my view that to understand that we have a very clear long trade setup, we need to see 5 waves up, 3 waves down. So at the moment, the situation is just a little unclear on this time frame. The daily time frame gives us much more clarity. As I explained before, we have bullish structures to the upside. We have corrective structures. It's a very simple strategy and that's just one way of doing this, to just sort of pyramid into the support area as a potential strategy, to basically increase your core position, going larger in size, buying in batches, going larger in size as we go lower. That's just one way of doing this, scaling into support, okay? And from a strategic point of view, I think at the moment, I mean, this price action doesn't really demand much action, in my opinion, that we see at the moment. It's all about waiting for a clear setup, and the markets aren't always clear. And I think this is important to understand, right? So not every chart is always clear, especially not when we're dealing with very choppy price action. But you can see that on this time frame, it might be forming this head and shoulders pattern here. It's going to be interesting, with key resistance structurally at 30.3K and basically 31.9K. And as soon as we go above 32K, which is the previous high, then we should get to our third wave target. So that's basically the roadmap. We assume we get to our third wave target, maybe more directly, maybe after one more low, but the daily chart basically at the moment assumes that the bear market low is already in. So the question here is just how low do we go in this retracement area? And from a strategic point of view, this pullback area could be used to scale in. And then when we have the first clear 5-wave move up and 3-wave move down, we have the first valid and reliable long trade setup for maybe a futures trade. Okay, if you trade anything else, I can tell you it's just unreliable. You can do that, that's fine. It's just sort of an, unreliable setups. And you've seen, that we have unreliable price action. I mean, hopefully everybody has seen that in the last few weeks. It's just a chop, okay? It's just a chop. And Elliott Wave told us that if we go above this level that was broken last Sunday, can't remember what price it was, but if we get above that level, that we will go into no man's land, and that's where we are, okay? And the market doesn't know what it wants to do. It wants to go up, it wants to go down, it wants to do all the things at once, but it's not successful. So it's just a sideways range, and sometimes we just have to have a little bit of patience. So yeah, maybe we see a little bit more action later today. I think the levels are very clearly defined. I think the scenarios should be clear. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.